Apologize for that connectivity issue. All right, joining us this morning here in Lagos to look at the PDP National Convention in retrospect and their moves for regrouping camp 2019. We have a social commentator, Adebola Adeniji Adele, joining us this morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Galaxy Today.
Thank you. Good morning for having me today.
Okay, so we're looking at the PDP convention, the one that just held over the weekend, and Uche Secondus emerged the chairman. He made some he made some speech promising, saying is to rebuild and to reposition and all this stuff. So what's your reaction to all this?
Well, let me quickly say this for the first time. Nigeria, you are depriving us to see some information because in my area, I do not have light to share with you. So I spend almost 1,800 to have fuel on my generator. If I can wash a little, I did. Let me thank you again for having me this morning. And it is often anybody that is looking for position, either electives or appointments, what the man said is what all of them normally say. So, okay, when I get there, I will do this, I will do that. And when the expectation is too high, at the end of the day, we begin to see what he's doing, it might bring disappointment. So, it's a beginning for PDP, and let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes.
Okay, but right now, let's still talk about it. I was asking our guest in Abuja, PDP can apparently not really handle its own internal democracy right, because from what we hear and what we have read so far, there's been a bit of rancor right now and alleged systematic rigging in the election process. Well, Secondus polled 2,000, his second, which was Adeniro, polled 230, and Dr. garnered 66 votes, But what I really don't understand, the APC is claiming that since they are rigging their own internal democracy, it actually speaks volume of the fact that if they are going to contest in the 2019 election, of course, there'll be huge rigging then.
Mr. Johnson, let me tell the old world this morning.
Yes.
Democracy, election, politics is about winning and losing. If you look at the race, the way it goes now, it's almost 9 that was on the race. And the little to 4, and out of 4, it's only one that's going to win. But any day you see an election that is free, that is fair, that is credible, you will see Nigeria as out of the hook. We are talking of internal democracy from PDP now, not general election now.
Yes.
People are complaining that the list of those what are the delegates were doctrine. But those who are out of the race, are they being they complain, or they were in the race and they say, okay, we are not accepting this. This is what we see. This is what happened. Then we will know what to say about it. But all of them were congratulating the winner, Uche Secondus, that congratulations to you. Means that the election is free, the election is fair, and the election is credible. I didn't mean that one is not happened. Then we'll be talking about another thing now. All of them have been congratulating him. Those who even contested have been congratulating. But the areas I want those candidates to see or to know today is that there's a lot of deceit, either in human being or in the party. Because when you see the range, and we should add it to the level of poverty in this country. Poverty. You can't rule out that. If you see the way those people are jumping to state, you see the happiness some people have. That today, I think I've got Borno, I've got Niger, I've got that these people are going to vote for me. But what happened at the end of the day? Because I don't expect that what Raymond Dopesi has should be 600. I'm not for the abilities and the way he works all over Nigeria. I don't think that's why the seats are there. So it is even good now that we see people that's going to rule us who are in the affair, they wanted to be in the affair of Nigeria. It begins from here. We have seen just one. out of 54 political parties.
Okay, so I just want us to look back at what has been happening. I mean, when looking at the years ago, we see that things like this provoke some of these candidates to leave the party to
another party. Yes.
Another party. Do you foresee this happening?
As I'm starting with you here, our organization revoke and never we are going to accept zoning system in this country. Zoning system will not have you to have a credible candidate. Go and write it down. And you will see the time they zone the president to South, and they put the national chairman of the party to not change the changer, if you could remember. Okay? Now, what happened? So, you cannot have a credible person when you are zoning. I'm telling you. You can leave it, we are in democracy. Leave it on the ground of everybody. Look at the deceit now. We have now agreed, the PDP now agree that they are zoning the vice president in 2019 to the north, to the southeast. If you look at the scenario of the southeast, you will see that there's nobody came out there to contest the chairmanship of the party. Okay? You will see it now. But at the end of the day, they will now tell them that it is not micro-zoning. We are not saying that it should be micro-zoning, and that we are not zoning it to southeast alone. It is only south we zone the vice presidents to. Now he's going to clinch it. So they elude themselves not to participate in this election. Why? Because we, as an organization, we are not even interested in zoning system. It's not giving us a very good result we are looking for.
Still talking about zoning and micro-zoning and all of that. You know, before all of that played out, there was a purported unity list, whatever that means, and then again, and there were plans and insinuations that are a conspiracy, you know, claiming that the Yorubas are going to be sublined or, you know, submerged, as it were, in this particular election. Although the Bayelsa State governor came out to say that dismissed the claim that there was no vast conspiracy. But what does all of this tell? You know,
it's part of what I said now. Let's look at this scenario. Obasanjo was zoning to Southwest for 8 years. Okay, the Southwest are complaining. Look at Abeokuta Express Road. Look at Ibadan Express Road. So what is meaning of zoning now? Zoning does not bring a credible person to us. Look at what they zoned to South. Jonathan was there from South. Spent not less than 6 years. People, critics are crying, claiming something. So what is the essence of zoning that cannot even look at the credible person to come and rule us in this country? As we just said now, it's part of that zoning that make the Southwest as unbelievable to themselves have almost 6 numbers to contest national chairman because it was said in the Port Harcourt that it's going to be zoning to the Southwest before it was changed to the South. So at the end of the day, we now see all of them that we are going to clinch it. Look at what happened.
Okay.
Lose out gallantly. But in the other hand, some people are now complaining that because that it did not vote for Jonathan in 2015, cause it that we are going to vote you out. But I can tell you today, the essence of those governors, the essence of ex-governors, who has that money to elude the people who they are taking care of, means that if you look at it very critically, there's poverty among of Nigerians so critically. Because if you don't have money and you see some governors say, this is where we're going, I'm the one that's feeding you. I said, this is where you should go. You don't have any choice to go there.
Okay, we'll come back to you, Prince Adenijadele. Let's get to Abuja again. We still have Okpoko Ogeni standing by. Okpoko, I just want you to react to this. The president, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, has actually reacted and has actually even called for unity among some party members, because from what we hear, there's a bit of a rift. Let me just read out some of the things he said. He said, I reiterate that the only way to prove that this victory is for the PDP and for all our members is for the new leaders to be magnanimous and aim to carry everybody along, for we cannot achieve our mission and aspirations unless we unite as a family. To the rest of us, let us make sacrifices, put our differences behind us, and accept this as a new dawn that will take our party to a greater height. Greater Heights 2019. With all of this playing out, do you see that happening?
That virtually nothing of such will happen. Like the regrouping of the party, the appeal are not were pleasant enough, because in 2015, the former president had all the opportunities to do all that, and he mismanaged them. And you may agree with me that the fallout of these PDP strongholds and that led to the emergence of the APC, in fact, the merger arrangement and the rest, was as a result of the personal ambition. That the party leadership at that time were insisting that it must be endorsed by the people, and
All right, I'm afraid we're still having a bit of issues and connecting with Abuja there. I don't know why that is happening. Let's just continue in Lagos for a bit before we can try and reconnect. He was talking about, he says he don't see the greater heights for PDP come 2019 with all of this little acrimony and back and forth, reprisals.
No, you know, the PDP also gets it right when they say that if you miss it in this convention,
yes,
we miss it in 2019. But if you get it right in this convention, we'll get it right in 2019.
Have they gotten it?
So that is where we have to go. Now, we are watching it very keenly. The way the convention was. I see the beginning, I see the middle, but it is the middle end that concerns me. Concerns me in the sense that those delegates that came there, are they truly the PDP delegates that came from each state, just like that? That is it. That's
so you suspect a foul play there?
Some people have been looking at it that, look, I said these papers have been doctrine. If this paper is not doctrine, we want them to place all the delegate paper. Some people suggested that they should place it on newspaper for each state to see the delegate that's coming to Abuja to see what is happening. And even if you cannot do that because of the money constraint, you place it at the secretariat, let everybody go there and see whether my name is there or not. Okay? And I think that one is not done. But where I'm going is that they are making step. But it might be the rancor within the political party, within the vicinity of the PDP. People who their leaders want to emerge, quote me, those that their leaders want to emerge, as emerged.
Okay.
And somebody said something. He said, we want the new executive now to do it possibly to take the new PDP now to the greater height. And so far, people are now saying that they are not getting it right. It's very difficult in 2019. Look at the speech. Look at the statement they are giving to each other. APC and... So we are now telling the electorate that this is our time, that is the time that it concerns us so mostly to watch keenly all these political parties and see who we should vote for. Because I can see the vote now. The Yoruba people says, you will not know the one that is good. Means that if you have not, you women, if you have not tasted two husbands, you don't know the one that is best out of it. So he's showing clearly to us that no, to be kind with you. He's showing clearly now, this is APC, this is PDP, this is Labour, this is COA. It is now for us to now look it holistically and have it in mind that this is the people, not even the people, this is the person, not the party, now in 2019.
Okay, so I want to read out something here that happened between PDP and
APC.
APC,
Okay.
yes. And from what I have here, okay. According to Omokri, the APC spokesman, he's trying to say that someone from APC who was trying to indict PDP used to be a PDP member. Okay, and what that one said was that it is no longer news that the nation is drifting under APC and PDP has come to the rescue. That is according to PDP. And that therefore they want to remind APC that the era of deceit, trickery and scaremongering, which have been the hallmarks of the government, is gone. And Nigerians are just waiting to kick them out come 2019. And that's what the PDP spokesman said. But responding now to the APC statement, Mr. Reno Omokri, former aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan, reminded the ruling party that the man who released the APC statement touting the PDP that it cannot change its spot was Bolaji Abdullahi. Meaning that Bolaji Abdullahi was with PDP
before,
and now with APC,
yes,
and now trying to say that whatever APC PDP is doing
yes,
is still like the old thing.
yes.
Then he said that according to Mokri, the APC spokesman is himself a living proof of what he says cannot happen, and it's not only him, but 50% of APC are likewise proof of that. Now, okay.
You see what you read now, that we should elude out of deceit in this country. Party stands alone. The PDP is just a word. The APC is just a name. Okay? But the people who are practicing these tools, where are they? They are the same thing.
Okay, so but what I want to look at now is we see people exchange parties.
That is yes.
And it looks like these people exchange, but it tries to leak the weakness of each party.
That is it. You see, as we are today, we have 54 enemies in this country. 54 political parties, 54 enemies. And that's why we say it very strongly that there's no way any political party is going to enlighten me to my own taste, because you wanted to woo me to your party. You will tell me your party is the best. You'll be looking at the fault of other political party to tell me that we are not doing this, but you wanted to woo me to your party. But if you look at it now, Nigeria are looking for where there is power. Not money now.
Okay.
Where there is power. If you could remember, when PDP is in power, you see that all of them are jottling there. And when they now see that, the way I was looking at, the way they are talking of Jonathan, I don't think they're going to win 2015 election. All of them now begin to gather together. They call themselves on phone. What next for us to do is to decamp. Because, and the other people also are looking for power. They wanted to be in power. And the people that is coming can put impact in for them to get power. Okay? So that's why you see so. It's just the beginning. By the first week of January, you will see people who are still going back to the PDP who are coming from.
I was going to ask you that. So, with all of this playing out, do you see more defection? Because from what happened now, we hear reports of some APC chieftain asking their national leader, John Odige, to begin the process of wooing the Southwest PDP members and leaders that lost out at the convention.
You see it? That means that those who are in politics today, there is no, how should I put it, interest of Nigeria in them. The interest of themselves is what they are looking for. And I can say it holistically that I know them, and I know them very good. That because of what happened, that will make them to woo all the PDP members. You see now Kuro has left PDP, okay, to APC. Why? Because one or two or the other. And likewise, the other people are going to leave the PDP, the APC to PDP. That is it. So cross-carpeting is not a new in this politics. Right. But if the National Assembly has what they did, the House of Assembly should accept the independent candidacy. You will see this rancor will go down holistically. You will not even find it again, because they know that they are going there because of ticket. You can't contest an election without on the umbrella of any political party. But if this law they wanted to amend now, this constitution they wanted to amend now, if they now, as they are inculcating that the independent candidate should be utmost now, I'm telling you, my dear sister, if that one happened, you will not see the religion we are seeing in political party today.
Okay, so now I'm more about the weaknesses now being exposed and how this could be a threat to the seat of power. I mean, if parties are going about this and eventually one of them brings out the next president, the fear is, how are we so sure, like we would say, that this person will take us to the promised land?
It is not the political party that determines what is going to happen.
Yes, I know.
If I didn't mean that is going to happen, you will not see them coming out to campaign to the electorate that please vote for us. And in 2015, we are so anxious to see somebody wanted to take us to the Egypt, or take us out from the Egypt to the Jerusalem, or the promised land, as I always say. But the expectation is too high. But when you look at what is happening now, it is amazed me that this government needs to do more. If I wanted to score them today, I would score them the pass mark day will be very short. I'm sorry.
Okay, coming to that, I'd like us to look at something. I mean, I know that little I know. I mean, I've not been around in this world for so long, but I know that when someone emerges the president, there's some kind of compensation where you put one or two people, a couple of people from other parties to take seats in some of that positions. Now, in a situation like that,